All right, good day for the markets once again. We did see momentum build up and the markets closing up over 1% each on the Sensex and Nifty. And the selection of names driving the gains though, we saw names like a Cipla, BPCL, our own exclusive reports that global players are looking at a strategic sale in BPCL. That drove the stock higher, closing up close to 6%. So very strong day for the counter. Infosys, of course, was the star of the day. Very strong outlook coming in on deal pipeline, especially on the digital front going forward. And that really, inspired the markets with the stock moving higher and up about 9% or so. So remember, Wipro yesterday, Infosys today. IT has been having a very strong run. Some of the other majors today, though, in the IT pack saw a little bit of profit booking coming in, but overall, the mood and consensus seems to be that we will continue to see action on some of these IT majors. M&M also stood out, and amongst the auto names, some action in Hero as well. Remember, there have been reports of increased production given that demand seems to be picking up once again when it comes to the auto space. In financial, selective buying coming in today, otherwise overall a little quieter, but let's run you through M&M Financial, Muthoot Finance, those names are up about 5%. Federal Bank post earnings was up about 4 to 5% as well. So those were a couple that stood out. IndusInd Bank saw a day of gains, Bajaj Finance, Tech Mahindra Bank also did close in the green. But some of the other financial names sat out or just saw some profit booking. Bandhan Bank, in fact, a little quiet post earnings, down about 2.5% on close. Tech Mahindra also lower, down about 2 to 3% today. Telecom names, Bharti, Infratel, Vodafone, we did see some profit bookings set in there as well, and 7%, almost 10% respectively on those stocks. Reliance also closing the day just a touch quieter after being the stock in the news in yesterday's session. All right, so that gives you a flavor of the market. In Telecom, Bharti just a touch in the red as well today. So that's the overall setup continuing when it comes to those stocks. Overall, the outlook continues to be bullish and momentum continues to gradually build. And we're watching out to see whether we can actually go to 11,000 and higher now as we continue. Keep an eye on SBI. The stock's up over 1% or so and has been seeing consistent, steady interest. We've also seen some of the metal names stand out. So JSW, JSPL, perhaps ahead of earnings and commentary as well, continue to look interesting. So a couple of those stocks as well that were on our technical experts radar in today's session. So a lot of newsmakers, a lot of deal buzz that also continue to take place with news, for example, around Indiabulls Real Estate as well as Embassy Group. That was another deal that we were tracking for you. Interglobe had a good session today. HPCL was up about 3%, BPCL up about 6% as well. Bajaj Consumer Care shot up, and that stock from the broader markets was also one that was standing out. Max Financial, Ipca Labs, Bombay Burma, some of the other names there from the broader market. Kaveri Seeds also add that to the list. So it gives you an idea of how perhaps we're also seeing more interest emerging, and a wider pool when it comes to the markets currently. That's all from me for now.